Great. Now my YouTube app is tweaking. We're back. Yeah, we should be back. I know exactly what happened, and I'm scared to admit it to you guys what just happened, but I figured it out right after I ended stream there. I just want to pull it up really quick on my laptop. All right. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Back on with Cranky. Dude, you pissed me off. All right. We're back. We're back. Waiting for people to pile in. Oopsies. Oopsies. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. So I forgot to plug in my Ethernet cable. So I forgot to plug in my Ethernet cable, and then on top of that, when I was eating, or at very early, like before I even like came onto the stream, when I just started stream and it said like, you know, stream starting soon, this screen right here, when it had this screen on, I accidentally hit the space bar or something on my keyboard and started recording. So I was recording like it was like an almost hour-long video with no Ethernet cable plugged in. And so it like literally was microwaving my computer. And so I just had to delete that video, plug in the Ethernet cable, and restart the stream. And now we're good. We are all back. That was a thing that happened. My apologies. Yeah, that'll do it. That turns out that will destroy a live stream. If you record an hour-long video while live streaming without Ethernet. Turns out, with no wired connection, that will nuke your shit. So that's back pocket information. That's something that, you know, next time you avoid. Maybe you don't do that. Maybe you don't accidentally start recording a video while you're doing a live stream without an Ethernet cable plugged into your computer. But hey, now we know, right? Now we know. So, all right. I do think that I'm going to put in my Google Voice number so that people, so that you guys can call into the program for the post-game show. All right. To call into the post-game show, three one two 772 6774. Hi guys, reporting from United Center. Energy is amazing here. I'm sitting next to pissed off Boston fans. Doing great. Hope everyone's having a good night. Love you guys. Wish you were here. That's very sweet. I'm glad to hear you are enjoying the game. Go Blackhawks. And now can I pin this? Yes. Boom. All right. F the B. F the B. Oh, F the Bruins. Dude, okay, so while my computer was turning into a microwave after Wyatt Kaiser scored, I literally, when I was placing my bets before this game, I was curious as to, because John in chat sent me that he was going to be betting on Matt Grzelcyk to score the first goal. And so I was curious who had, like, Matt Grzelcyk's the only guy on the team who hasn't scored a goal this year. I was curious who had the worst odds to score a goal, or I guess you could say the juiciest odds. And Connor Murphy had the worst odds in the game. And then it was Wyatt Kaiser, number 2. And I literally clicked on Wyatt Kaiser, and I was going to bet $5 on him to score at any point. And I was like, this is stupid. I shouldn't do this. And then I ended up not betting on Wyatt Kaiser. And so I kind of feel sick to my stomach because I literally, my gut feeling is never wrong. I'm always right. And I shoot myself in the foot by just not believing in myself, not believing in my stomach, not believing in Wyatt Kaiser. And so, it is what it is. But here we are, Blackhawks up 2-0 through 1, which is miraculous because the first, 10 minutes of that game were absolutely dreadful. Nikita Zadorov lays a dumb penalty. Hawks convert on the power play, and they find themselves up 2-0. That start was so bad. That was such a bad start. Arvid Soderblom stood on his head, kept the team in it. Bruins should have been up 2-0 a few minutes into that game. Arvid Soderblom saved them. And here we are, first intermission up 2. So that feels really nice. Lee, would you want the Hawks to draft a 5'11 left-hand D in the top 10 this year? Fuck no. No. God, no. Why? No. I would not want that. We just can't sustain control in the ozone. Haphazard play. The PP really flipped the period. So I called the first 2 goals in the first period. Seahawks laying the pipe on the 67ers. Always believe that belly. I know I tweaked, bro. I tweaked. Yes, Arvid Soderblom's been great. We can call in on a radio show. You should come up with a name for these post games where Chicago hockey is discussed in radio format. Oh my gosh, you're an idiot. Chicago hockey radio post games. Dude, I still have this hanging up, dude. This is still hanging up in my room. Ever heard of this? Ever heard of this? I heard there was this really cool guy on that show. I heard there was this really cool guy on that podcast. Ugh. I think most Hawks fans want a forward regardless of draft position. Yeah. I mean, definitely not on the left side. We've got 5 young defensemen on the left side to choose from. So I would not want a left hand. I think he was being sarcastic in asking me that. To be honest with you, Lebowski knows better than that. Lebowski knows me better than that. A really cool guy on that show who Justin? Yeah, true. Yeah, Justin. Did Caleb post Betsy on his story again? Chat, did Caleb post Bedard? Let's go. Caleb posted Bedard on his IG story. Fire me up! Knew we weren't losing tonight. We can't lose tonight. Bedard x Caleb connection. CHR cranky hockey radio. You are so in your feelings. It's crazy. Do more crossover episodes with B-Hawks memes. We are. Well, we know he's still hurt. Otherwise, he'd be taking faceoffs. Yeah, I mean, faceoffs might be uncomfortable, or maybe just Ryan Green's better than him at faceoffs too. You know, that's a possibility. Um, nice. Our goats chat. Those are our guys. Talking puck with Leesky. No, I'm gonna keep naming the post games this like whatever like specific to the game. I'm just gonna start taking voicemails. I'm just gonna start like answering and playing voicemails just because I think it's fun. I think it's funny. I think it's engaging. And also like you guys, I don't know. You can like ask questions. You can ask questions on there. Or you can be funny, or you can be stupid. I might not play it. The name Caleb is such a little kid name to me. When I hear Caleb, I think of a little kid with a bowl cut. I kind of see it too. Caleb is kind of like a little boy name. That's kind of why, like, I kind of like just calling. That's why I like calling him Caleb. I think because it's like a little guy, and he's just out there making unbelievable throws. Nazar will be back in less than 2 months tops. They said today that he's gonna practice tomorrow. Nazar's practicing tomorrow. He's not going to be in the game Monday, but he'll probably be in the game after that. Nazar's probably back in 2 games, if I had to guess. He's Iceman? Yeah, he is Iceman. Are you only doing voicemails, or will it be like live talking to you? No, I'm not going to do live conversations. No, definitely not. And I'm definitely not going to answer, and I'm not going to play any of them live either, because I'm not going to get screwed over by someone saying something terribly offensive. Like I need to know what's being said. I'm not taking that risk and just talking to people live. But yeah, no, I'm not going to be calling, because then I think my number actually can get exposed that way. So no, I'm just taking voicemails. It'll be better anyway. Like voicemails are like, I feel like you guys can be funnier on a voicemail than an actual conversation. I never did a clock, an intermission clock. That's good due diligence. Yeah, I mean, like if I were taking calls like on a stream, that would be an extreme risk. That would be begging to get, a video taken down or a strike on my channel. Someone saying something wild. Maybe I'd text. Well, I'm not going to read texts. Like the thing is like I can record on OBS. I can be doing my post game, and I can have the thing up next to me, and I can be like, here's a listen to our first caller, and then I can just click it, and it'll just play seamlessly in the video. Nazar should be back within the week or so. That is less than 2 monthly. Actually, that's less than 2 months. According to my calculations, this week is less than 2 months. It's like, this NHL season's going to end within the next 2 years. It's like, well, we know exactly when it's going to end. It is within the next 2 years. That's what you were doing right now? Yeah. Yeah, wait. Texting is what you're doing right now on stream. I'm dead. That's what you're doing right now. What up? Can't stay watching football, somebody. I'm madly in love with you. Wow, thank you, Holt. That gets me very, that does things to me I can't describe to you. Thank you. I love you too, Holt. Enjoy watching the 49ers. Are they getting tossed around by Seattle? Is that what's happening right now? 17-3. Dude, is Seattle that fucking good? Dude, it would be amazing if the Bears could win tomorrow and we just get one more week of this. Like, if we could just get one, it has been so amazing this past week. If we could get one more week of just jubilation in the city, that would be amazing. But if they lose, this season's already a success for me. Like, beating the Packers, winning a playoff, getting to the playoffs, winning a playoff game against the Packers. If you told me at the start of the year that that's what I'm getting, I'd be like, where do I sign up right now? Where do I sign up right now? So for me, the season's already a win. You've got, you got the future with Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. It's only going to get better. But man, if they could beat the Rams tomorrow, and we just have one more week of just like of this, that would be pretty special. The Seahawks seem like an absolute wagon, though. You just took the Niners live. I don't hate that. Well, I would actually love taking whatever the spread is. Dude, holy shit. The spread is 17.5 points. I would take that. I haven't even watched a second of the game, but you got to assume the Niners are going to be able to get some points with that offense. The way they're playing right now makes me think the Bears can beat any opponent. I'm worried about the Rams offense. The Bears defense is not good. It's not good. They also have injuries. They get a lot of turnovers. Don't get me wrong. They force a ton of turnovers, more than anybody else in the league, but they are not good. And I am scared that it's going to be a complete air raid by Matthew Stafford. I am concerned about that. But if you can, Matthew Stafford turns the ball over a lot. He's a gunslinger. He's always thrown picks. Your chat is broken, Lee? No, it's not. Bears Rams will depend on how well Bears defense plays. Yeah. And also the Bears can't afford to shoot themselves in the foot in the entire first half like they have many points throughout this year. Like, if they play the way they did against Green Bay and the play calling's the same, and you're going for it on 4th and 5 on your own 30, and you're going for it on 4th and 1 in the red zone and passing the ball. Oh, my on-screen chat is broken. Oh. Huh. Yeah, I see that. Do you guys use that? Do you guys look at that a lot, the chat on the screen, or do you guys use the YouTube chat? I'm just going to take it off for now. I'm just going to hide it. We're underway, by the way. But, gosh, this fucking stream crash just kind of cooked everything. It's all right. It's all right. We're good. We're good. YouTube chat. YouTube. Okay. I'll fix the I'll fix the chat for next stream. But I'm just gonna keep it off for now. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 I do like having the chat on screen for like when I like record and like post clips. When I post clips of the stream after the fact, it's nice to have stream on there. I also, maybe if I made it like bigger or something, people would, I think maybe you guys would look at it more. But the way the YouTube layout is on the phone, it's just so much better to just look at YouTube chat. It's more about for like clips, to be honest with you. Adam Burrish in the studio right now. I use the on-screen chat so I know I'm not banned. I'm not going to ban you, dude. No matter how much shit you talk about me or Ryan Green, I'm not going to ban you, Scott. You'd have to say something way worse than that for me to ban you. So no, I'm not banned. You're so ridiculous. You're ridiculous. What's Burrish saying right now? Oh my gosh, I just realized we only have 6 shots on net and we have 2 goals to show for it. That's a pretty nice shooting percentage. Ilya Mikheyev. I can't do that. I can't take myself seriously over pronouncing that name. Bruins come up with it. They carry it into the Hawks zone. Uh-oh, Lindholm. Great pass. They score. Charlie McAvoy. Great passing play from the Bruins. 2-1. 2-1 ball game. Yeah, Ilya Mikheyev kind of just overskated that and then lost an edge. Yeah, that's pretty brutal from Mikheyev. All right, we're fine. It's 2-1. Can we not? Are we going to just start every period tonight just like absolute dog shit? Is that what the plan is, guys? Is that what the Hawks are planning to do tonight? Just like every start to the period, just be absolute dog shit? Because if that's the case, we can just like not watch the first few minutes of the period, you know? We can watch something else. I can throw on like some Overwatch gameplay or something. Okay, they're adding time to the clock. Keeping me on my toes. Moore plays it up. Back the boards for Murphy. Jeez. Good battle in the corner here from Moore and Donato. Bruins come up with it, though. Lindholm turns away from Oliver Moore. Bruins play it up the ice. Dump it into the Hawks zone. Grzelcyk plays it there first in the corner. Connor Murphy comes up with the puck. Looking for passing options. Gets it over to Grzelcyk. Hawks enter the zone. Here's Nick Lardis. Kicks the stick. Oh, bad pass. Was looking for more. Really bad miscue. 2-on-1 here for the Bruins. Good save from Arvid Soderblom. Bad pass there from Nick Lardis. That was not good. It kind of irritates me that they have to put on the screen Adam Burish won the 2010 Stanley Cup with the Blackhawks. Like, really? You people don't know this guy? Yeah, it's 16 years ago, millions of new hockey fans, kids are watching. Yeah. There's a lot, so many of the people that I interact with on Twitter that are like, that have like Blackhawks accounts and like a bulk of like the interactive like audience on YouTube too, were not watching in 2010, either because they were young or they were too young or they didn't care. Like, that is a lot of people. And that's kind of like why I get so pissed off at these like Blackhawks accounts that like act like the sky is falling and act like they're like tormented, tortured like Hawks fans. That's why I get so pissed at these guys, because it's like, we had a dynasty a decade ago. You don't get to complain when you got to witness that much success. Imagine being a Vancouver Canuck fan. There's never been a Vancouver Canuck fan that's ever witnessed the Stanley Cup championship. You know? It's a ton of new fans. It's a ton of new fans. Bo Nix is out for the season? What? How? Bedard been a little underwhelming so far. Yeah, he just hasn't gotten on the puck as much as we're used to seeing him. That's my Hawks meathead. And it's not like Bursch was a superstar. Yeah. I didn't start watching till the 2012 playoffs. I was watching in 2015. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are younger. It's not like I'm not wagging my finger at people, you know? Especially if you're like, 18 years, 17 years old, like, but it's just like, as fans, like, we've seen 3 Stanley Cups, like, oh, Green almost made an unbelievable move there. Murphy keeps it in. Puck goes over Bedard's stick. Green comes up with it, finds Bedard, sharp angle. Ooh. Hit Korpisalo's like elbow. That was a good chance. Like, I'm sorry, you can't watch the way Ryan Green has played tonight and be like, Ryan Green's a bad hockey player. Sorry, can't do it. Won't do it. Refuse to do it. Bedard's going to carry the Blackhawks to a cup final. In 2010, 2012, I only watch international tournaments, not NHL. I started watching the Hawks whenever it's most convenient. Whomever I'm arguing with. That's funny. I'm way behind? How am I way behind? Oh. I'm going to wait for a whistle and then exit out of CHSN and restart. CHSN is so dog shit, man. Artie, what a move. Dickinson, good look. Can't get it through traffic. Gets blocked. Bruins going to get it out. Maybe a 2-on-1 here. Good stick from Wyatt Kaiser. Pasternak could have been in on 2-on-1 there. Already flying through the neutral zone. Watch him carry this puck. Drops it. Donato shot. Oh, almost bounced nicely for Lardis. Couldn't get a stick on it, though. Nice defensive play from Ryan Donato there. Say Ryan Green 3 times and Dr. Kane will appear. Green legacy game. Nice. Good play from Donato. Oliver Moore's in. He's got Lardis. What a move to Lardis. Oh, he can't finish back door. What a defensive play. Oh, my gosh. What a defensive play. Great move from Oliver Moore there. Holy shit, that was sweet from Mooresy. Oh, man. Show the highlights. We're showing Burish lifting the cup in 2010. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I wanted to see that play. Lardis pulled the green. I don't think he even got his stick on it. I think it was a good defensive play. I wanted to see it again, though. Yeah, Lebowski, you're also like... You're a big fan and you're older, so you've been watching for a long time, you know? So many of the people who are like the loudest on Twitter are like 21-year-olds who think they're geniuses. Moore been playing off his gourd lately. Yeah, Oliver Moore's been fantastic as of late. What's been happening? I've missed everything up until now. Kind of an up and down game, to be honest with you. The first period started horribly. The Hawks got dominated throughout the first 10, and then they got on a couple peepers and converted and turned the game on its head and went into the first intermission up 2-0, thanks to Arvid Soderblom and the power play cashing. And then the second period hasn't been great. The Hawks have had a couple of chances, but overall I'd say the performance from the team in the second period hasn't been great. And Bruins scored on a play that Ilya Mikheyev kind of just blew a tire and like overskated a play. And so the Bruins scored. Lafferty needs to get in the lineup soon because Nick Foligno apparently slapped him out. Why do you say that's the only thing you contribute to this chat? That's the only thing you ever say is that Nick Foligno slapped Sam Lafferty. Why can't this team play Bedard and Moore on the same line? I don't know if like Oliver Moore hasn't looked the same player at wing as he does at center. Did you see CHGO video saying Bedard should make Team Canada because of the ads he could sell? I did not see that. I did not see that. I did not see that video. Oh my god. Moore and Lardis would be perfect fits next to Bedard. I don't know. You need a puck winner, though. You need, like, a defensive guy. Yeah, what a defensive stick that was. See, I told you. Lardis didn't even get a touch on that puck. What a diving play. Holy cow. Was worried about Moore translating NHL. Very pleased with what he's showing so far. Me too. Like, no joke, I would be just as starstruck meeting Adam Burish as I would be meeting Patrick Kane. Okay, that's insane. That's a crazy take. You'd be just as starstruck meeting Adam Burish as Patrick Kane? What? That's too much. That's too much. Let's chill out with that. Man, it would be just as sick to meet Landon Slaggert as it would be to meet Connor Bedard. What? What does that take, Lebowski? Moore is too fast for wing. I don't think he can't play wing because he's too fast. I don't think that's the issue. He just doesn't get it on the puck as much as a winger. Having Bedard not as center is talent malpractice. I agree. I agree with that statement. Connor Bedard is going to play center. Connor Bedard's the center. There's so much more talent coming into the lineup over the next few months. There's no reason to like force these guys out of positions that they're good at. Anton Frundell will be on Connor Bedard's wing. You know, you'll have the option, like Roman Kanserov will be on one of these guys' wings. I would love to see Lardis on Bedard's wing. You know, you don't have to, like, if Moore is... better at center. Play him as the third line center. Pass from Green to Bedard. Bedard couldn't handle it. Bruins get it out. Does a center actually have to take any faceoffs? No, like you can play center and not take faceoffs. Like that's what happens with Green and Bedard a lot. Is like Green will take the faceoff, but then Connor Bedard's actually playing the center position, like defensively. Where the hell are these new guys we traded for? Who? Imagine Kanserov and Frundell in a couple months. I know, it's exciting. I'm very pumped about it. Anton Frundell scored a goal today. Oof. Pasta with a good look there. I think Soderblom got a piece of it and went up out of play. Jeepers. That's scary. Yeah, I think Frundell and Kanserov are going to be beasts. I am high on Frundell. I think every Blackhawks fan should be high on Frundell. He's looked great. He was great at the World Juniors. And when he's actually been given good minutes, he's looked good in the SHL. He's looked good against, full-grown guys. A lot of people are like, oh, is he too developed too early? Like, will he not be able to use that, physicality against grown men? It's like he's playing in the SHL, If you keep Green on Bedsy's wing, who would you rather have on the other wing? Frundell or Kanserov? Frundell for sure. Frundell. Because of the one-timer option. And just Frundell, I think, is going to be a star player. He was picked third overall. He's got a ton of talent. He does everything right. He's just he's the perfect guy to have on the wing for Connor Bedard. He's physical and great along the wall, great in dirty areas. He's good at winning puck battles. He's perfect to put on Bedard's wing. I remember people telling me Davidson's horrible GM with no good reason provided. Yeah, they just see the team struggling and they're like, Davidson's terrible. It's just out of touch. Anybody who's overly critical of the GM is just doing it to talk shit, or they don't really know what they're talking about because the team that he's built isn't fully here yet. So it's you're grading him on a project he hasn't finished. It's a silly thing to do. Frundell is number 44 in Pronman's top players under 23. Ryan Ellis and Jake Furlong. Oh. Well, Ryan Ellis is retired, and Jake Furlong is not an NHL player. Bam might be the next third rounder to hit like Lardis has. I'm not holding my breath from a third rounder that was drafted this year, to be honest with you. There's not a ton of spots. Look at the spots right now. Bertuzzi's still here in 2 years. Teravainen's still here in 2 years. I understand that you can trade pieces like this. Ryan Donato's still here in 2 years. But it's you're already running out of spots. Good defensive play there. Let's see if this Moore Lardis line can cook something here. They dump it in. Lardis on the forecheck. Bruins get it out. Oh, Lindholm shot goes wide. Rhea, Veroff, or Lawrence. Dude, Veroff is the only guy of those three who's actual tape I've watched. We're mid-season. I've got a life. I have a job. I don't have time to watch prospect tape right now. Like I also don't think the Blackhawks are going to be drafting as high as people think they are. So I just am not worried about the draft. You don't think Bertuzzi will be on the team in 2028? We'll see. He's a pretty, like, if Bertuzzi's a middle six guy for you that you're only paying 5.5. Oh! Bird almost found Bedard back door. But if this guy's scoring 20 plus for you a year in your middle six at 5.5, you're taking that all day. And also, like, you need a couple of veteran players. Kaiser! Oh, man. Wyatt Kaiser's feeling it offensively tonight. Burakovsky, nice tip from Green. Oh, didn't get on net. Levshinov tries to leave it for Green. Lev gets back onto it. Oh, he's trying to dance the blue line. Middlestat took the puck off him. Good back check from Bedard. Hawks will draft 7 through 9. Yeah, I agree. Bedard dancing. Shot from the point. Oh. Donato couldn't get the rebound on net. Couldn't reach it. Yeah, it's possible the Panthers missed the playoffs. Hawks enter the zone. Donato. Bruins come up with it. Minton dumps it in. Grzelcyk wins the puck. Gets it around a checker. Lardis gets squeezed off the puck by Geeky. Connor Murphy moves it up the ice. Donato just pokes it into the zone. Hawks going to go for a change here. McAvoy carries for the Bruins. Nice use. Oh, never mind. I was about to compliment that play from Wyatt Kaiser. Shot from the point comes in from the Bruins. Nothing doing. Another one. That one gets tipped but goes wide. Nice hit from Nick Foligno there. Kaiser comes up with it. Decides to just hoist it out. Foligno's skating onto it. Man, he is towing a piano behind him. Here's Doc now. Loses it in the corner. Bruins chip it out now. Donato always be doing some goofy ass shit. I thought the Hawks were making the playoffs. I think they can. I think they definitely can. They haven't played great the past few games, though. And I'm just worried about them not getting anything going before the Olympic break. I do think they make the playoffs. Nice play by Mikheyev. Bertuzzi loses it exiting the zone. Bruins get back on it. Feels like so much of this game has been played in the neutral zone. They're just like back and forth, taking turns dumping it in and breaking the puck out. There's like not been a ton of sustained offensive zone time for either team. Avalanche is cup to lose. Yeah, they still got to get through like Dallas though. They got to get through Dallas and then probably like Vegas or Edmonton before getting to the cup, which I mean, they'll be favored to win all those series, don't get me wrong, but like it's tough. Like you need, it's so hard to win. Like even if you have the clear best team, it's still so hard to win. Like so many things could go wrong. Like if a key player gets injured, it completely throws things off, you know? But what do you take? Kanserov, Bedsy, Lardis, then Frendel, Moore, Nazar. I don't know. Kanserov, Bedsy Lardis. Dude, I want to see Frendell with Connor Bedard, to be honest with you. But I guess if you're going to put Lardis on a line with Bedard, it's kind of a similar offensive threat. I just think Anton Frendell's going to be a first-line player. Like, Anton Frendell's going to be a guy you want on the ice, not just for his offensive ability, but for playing against the other team's best line, you know? Hawks going to sneak into the last wild card. I mean, dude, they go on another run. It's all so tight. They're like 6 points out right now. So it's definitely not impossible. They got like over that 4-game or 5-game win streak, whatever it was, they got within 2 points. So it's like you get hot, which I think they will after the Olympics too. There's still so much season left. There's still so many games left in the season. Like, storylines are going to flip. A team that's doing well right now is going to start sucking. You see it every year. You know, like the narrative in the first quarter of the season completely changes by the time you're 75% through the year. Moore is probably a third liner when the Hawks are true contenders. I don't know. You don't know. I mean, perchance, it could be. But, like, I guess you don't really know what Oliver Moore's ceiling is. I also think that, like, guys aren't just like a third liner and they're always a third liner, you know? Like, guys will move up and down the lineup. It'll realistically, with this core that's being built right now, it's not even going to be about like this guy's better than this guy, so that's why he's on the second line. It's going to be more about like who gels with the core pieces. Like who gels with Nazar, who gels with Bedard, and so on. It's going to be more about that, I think, in chemistry and compatibility. Oh no, Bruins score again. Damn, great passing play and an absolute snipe. We are tied at 2 with 5:09 left in the second. What a snipe this was. Jeepers. Someone is posting chats as me. Okay. Hawks are short center prospects. That's not true. Oh my gosh. Hawks are short center prospects is the dumbest thing in the world. The Blackhawks need wingers. Like if I could choose who the Blackhawks draft, you want a play driving winger is who the Blackhawks need. They do not need centers. Connor Bedard plays the center position. Frank Nazar plays the center position. Oliver Moore plays the center position. Ryan Green plays the center position. Anton Frendell can play the center position. Sasha Poivert plays the center position. Roman Kanserov plays the center position in the KHL. Seven guys, 7 centers under the age of 23 that I just listed. The Blackhawks are not short center prospects. They are short wingers. They need wingers. They need talented wingers. They don't need centers. They have fucking 7 guys. Oh, puck bounce over Lardis' stick again. I tell you what, that line has easily been the most threatening tonight. This more Lardis Donato line. I feel like they've had the most opportunities. All right. Geeky getting away from pressure. Slaggert hits him into the corner. Uh-oh. Bruins getting sloppy here. They just got to dump it out. Kaiser kind of gets sandwiched in the neutral zone. Nice diving play from Foligno. Doc couldn't catch it and play Slaggert in time, though. How could the Blackhawks be short on centers with that amount? Blashill needs to change up the top line. Dr. Logan Kane, maybe for the first time ever, we agree. Dr. Logan Kane, I screamed about it earlier in the game. I don't know if we're going to agree on what should change, but I want to see Andre Burakovsky taken off that line. I know you're probably going to be on Ryan Green's ass, but I think you go Lardis, Green, Bedard. That's what I would like to see. Oh, good defensive play from Vlasic on Pasternak there. Dr. Logan Kane, what do you want to see done to that first line? I like Doc and Slags on the fourth line. All hustle. Yeah, I agree. I think AJ Spellacy is just going to be like a meaner Landon Slaggert. Like, I think AJ Spellacy is going to be able to do all the things Landon Slaggert can do. You know, the speed, the super aggressive forecheck, the hustle, good defensive play. But then he's also like way meaner, way more physical. Who said Green 3 times Dr. Kane has appeared? I mean, he can't be appearing this game for Ryan Green. Ryan Green has been fantastic this game. Bedard forgot how to play winning hockey. Relax. Relax. Stop with that silly talk. All right, here's Burakovsky protecting the puck. Plays it for Bedard behind the net. He's got Zadorov just absolutely assaulting him. Man, Zadorov is just so suffocating. He's so strong and big. Oh, bad pass there. Was that Burakovsky again, man? Give Doc some time. You want to put Colton Doc on the first line? What? What are you talking about? I don't know what that does for you. Nice. Pasternak blows an edge. Hawks are able to dump it. Probably go for a change here. I'm not sad about Demidov. Me neither. Never have been. Artie's going to be awesome. Completely agree. Artie's going to be a #1 defenseman. Lardis finds Donato. Now here's Donato into the zone. Tries to make a move around a guy. Ooh! Moore just quickly flips it to the net. Glove save. This line's been good. They've created a lot. He's looking a little lost. I don't think he's looking lost. I just think he hasn't been on the puck as much tonight. I don't know if lost is the right word. Maybe not as sharp as we're used to seeing him, but he was really sharp the last 2 games. I thought he was great. I thought he was great 2 nights ago against Calgary. I thought he was great on Thursday against Calgary. He should have had 2 assists. There were 2 like amazing setups he had. That should have led to goals, but didn't. I'm a bit worried Kanserov stays, which would be silly. He won the KHL Cup already. I don't think he's going to stay. I think he, like, DMs Hawks fan. Like, he's DM'd me about, like, being excited to come to Chicago. Like, he talks to fans all the time. I don't think Roman Kanserov wants to stay in the KHL. I think we are missing Tavo. Honestly, it is kind of throwing things off, Tavo not being in the lineup. It has thrown stuff off a little bit. Just because Ryan Donato and Tavo Teravainen are very different players. And I do think that Tavo would be more effective. Like, I thought that when Lardis, Tavo, and Moore were all playing together, they were really good. And then Slaggert comes in. Donato comes off the 4th line. Connor needs Bertuzzi back. I don't think Connor Bedard needs anyone. I think Bedard is going to find his game and start scoring. Like, Connor Bedard could score 2 goals before the end of the game and no one would bat an eye. Lee getting hit up in the DMs. I've just reached out to him a couple times. I reached out to him when I made the video about him. I've like DM'd him a couple times over the past like year or so. I'm chatting with a communist. I'm dead. That is my comrade, Comrade Kanserov. All the best Russians have played in the NHL? Yeah. Oh, shit. And Bruins score again, man. Jeez. I wish. Bedard tried to sprawl out. I didn't even see the breakdown of play. So Bedard carrying. He dumps it into the corner. Artie. Yeah, Bedard's kind of got to back him up, and he didn't. Oh, man. Bedard and Lardis both try to dive. Look, Bedard's kind of got to back up his defenseman on the blue line there, but none of this is a problem if Artie just makes that play along the boards. Oh, Dickinson. Oh, good save. Crevier dumps it. Guys, it's a 1-goal game. Chill out. You guys get so, like, up and down. It's a 1-goal game. It's one game. There's still so many games left in the year. It's a 1-goal hockey game. We're still in this one. Yeah, it wasn't a great period, but it was a pretty bad period. But you still got 20 minutes of hockey to play. I think they're gonna go into the locker room here and mix things up a bit. I think that they're gonna, I think Blashill's gonna shake it up, hopefully, and they're gonna come out hungry. Because the reality is you've blown a 2-goal lead, and now you're heading into the third down a goal. So, luckily we are only 2/3 of the way through this game, and they still have time to prove it and do something. Honestly, kind of done with the season. Really underwhelming the past month or so. Bro, what? Bro, they just went on a 4-game win streak and were like 2 points away from the playoffs, and everyone was like getting all hyped and excited. And then they lose 2 games in a row, and then everyone's like, oh, I'm done with the season. It's chalked. Like, guys, can we just like watch the movie and stop talking during it? Oh gosh, it's just like, as a passionate, emotional person, I kind of get it, but it's like, guys, we can't keep doing this. Like, I'm gonna pull my hair out if everyone's just like, can we just appreciate the season for what it's been? It's been a massive improvement. It's been a massive improvement from last year. Like, can we just sit back and see how things unfold without being like, oh my gosh, they're making the playoffs, this thing's perfect, and oh my gosh, just throw the season away, it's chalked, Gavin McKenna, we're the top 3 pick, it's all, burn it down, Kyle Davidson. Like, can we just breathe and just see how the damn thing plays out and not, like, attack the players on the team and, like, point fingers and be miserable? It's like, God. I've never seen impatience this deep before. Burakovsky and Donato are pissing me off. Look, Burakovsky's pissing me off, but he's just playing bad. And so I want to see him get put further down the lineup, and I want to see a different player on the first line. I'm not like, trade Burakovsky. Like, fucking Burakovsky's terrible. Like, he's just been playing bad. I want to see a different guy on that line. Burakovsky overall has been a fantastic signing that the Blackhawks traded Joe Veleno for. Like, it's not, I'm not, you know, it's like, deep breath. Deep breaths. This team has a future despite some draft picks I think Kyle missed on, but I guess you need projects like West. They just don't care about the team until they're literally on the verge of winning the Stanley Cup. This team has more come from behind wins than the Bears, just saying. True. I'll be honest, though, Sharks better fall off soon, making me jealous of vibes. Burakovsky's killing Bedard, and Donato is killing more. Guys, this is a 3-2 hockey game with a period left. Why are we freaking out? I'm saying, bro, like it's... Dude, everyone's going to... I literally see in my crystal ball right now, Hawks are going to score a couple in the third, win this game, and then everyone's going to be like, yeah, let's go. And it's like, remember when we were just losing our minds in the second intermission? I look what we have coming next year, and I'm stoked to see where we are headed. Me too, man. Me too. Couldn't have said it better. Everyone has the right to fan the way they want. No real right or wrong. Well, yeah, but you're when people are in my live streaming, like commenting, freaking out, I'm gonna tell them exactly how I feel about it. You know, it's like, yeah, look, you can tweak all you want about like the team this year, the team that's like still in a rebuild, but massively they're ahead of schedule. You know, they're overperforming what everyone expected of them this year. You can tweak about this group all you want, but if you're going to tweak in my chat about it, I'm going to tell you you're fucking tweaking, and I'm not going to feel bad for telling you you're tweaking. Right? Like, you're within your right to do that. I'm within my right to tell you you're a fucking tweak and need to take a deep breath. You know? Joe Veleno has low elite potential in the NHL games and always becomes a great player. You don't know what you're talking about. Joe Veleno. This dude's telling me I don't know what I'm talking about because Joe Veleno becomes a great player. All right, man. All right, man. Yeah, all right. Sure, dude. Literally, Hawks lose, it's over. Fire KD. Hawks win, we're so back. It's exhausting. It's exhausting, Fox. Veleno's been playing good for the Habs lately. Good for the Habs. Let's see what good for the Habs means. Let's pull up Joe Veleno's stats. Let's see what good for the Habs is. Andre Burakovsky's been playing bad for the Blackhawks the past few games. I'm willing to bet you Andre Burakovsky has more than twice the amount of points Joe Veleno has this year. I have no clue how many points Joe Veleno has this year. I could be completely wrong. He could be a point-per-game player right now. I have a sneaky suspicion I'm not wrong. I have a sneaky suspicion I'm not wrong about Joe Veleno's stats this year. I just had a sneaky suspicion I wasn't super wrong about Joe Veleno's stats this year. But look, you know, maybe 2-2 in 43 games is, yeah, you're right. You guys, he's been phenomenal. You're right. And honestly, he's been, 2-2, 4 points, -7. Yeah, he's been great, man. I'm sure, you know. He's been a big piece of what they're doing there in Montreal. And yeah, you guys are right. He's better than Andre Burakovsky, you know. I really would rather have this than Andre. You know what? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. 2 goals, 2 assists in 43 games. All right. Yeah, it's good. I guess that is good for Joe Veleno. He's a great player. I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys are right. Yeah. You're right. I don't know what I'm talking. Right. My fault. Better than 10, 19, 29 points and 42. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's like, what are we doing here? Joe Veleno. Why are we doing Joe Veleno talk? Are we being serious? The guy's like not even an NHL player. Oh, it's not just about his production. Oh, now it's not about his production. But the same guy who shits on Ryan Green all day is going to say that Joe Veleno's a great player. The same guy that shits on Ryan Green in my chat every single stream is telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about because Joe Veleno's a great player. Okay. All right. What about the deadline? Shed vets? No, I don't. I mean, look, maybe Dickinson, maybe Murphy, but like, I wouldn't like look to trade, because you need to reach your cap floor next year anyway. I wouldn't look to trade Bertuzzi or Burakovsky because I think they provide things for the lineup, especially right now and maybe the next year or two. Lee, I did not post that someone hacked my account. I think he's just rage baiting. Where's the anti-green guy? It's SRM Scott is the anti-green guy. I mean, anybody who... I'm sorry. If you're shitting on Ryan Green and you're a Blackhawks fan, it doesn't make sense. People behave in ways on the internet that doesn't make sense to me. I'll be honest. How could you be a Blackhawks fan and like hate on Ryan? It's bizarre. It's like he was supposed to be in Rockford and he's been on like the first line all year. He's not on the first line because like he's hooking up with his boss. He's not on the first line because his dad owns the team. He's on the first line because he's a great hockey player. He's on the first line because he's really good at specific things. What do you think about Korchinski? I mean, look, I think that there's an obvious spot for him on the left side where Matt Grzelcyk is right now. You really want a puck-moving left shot defenseman on that third pairing. But Kevin Korchinski is just like, he just might not have that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? You totally don't know ball. You just said Joe Veleno's a great player. So if I don't know ball, what does that mean for you? Bedsy and Nazar's deals kicking in next year. And now that they traded for Ellis contract, we'll easily get them to the floor. We can trade vet contracts they see fit. Well, yeah, but do you really do you want to trade Tyler Bertuzzi? Trade Bert for Danault. Okay, you're rage baiting. You might get time. Why are you being so annoying tonight? Like, normally we have fun, friendly banter back and forth, but you're just being so annoying. Trade Bert for maybe Danault. Are we supposed to laugh? Chad, I think we're supposed to laugh at this. He's being... Get it? Because, Tyler Bertuzzi's going to score over 40 goals and, Phil Danault is ass. Get it, guys? We're all supposed to laugh at his joke. Come on, guys. Laugh at his joke. It's really funny. It's not me making those posts. Why do you keep saying that? This is such a weird bit. It's not. Trade for Kiefer Sherwood. I wouldn't be against that, but I don't know, what. Also another feisty, undersized, fast forward. We do have a few of that kind of prototype, but Kiefer Sherwood's a great player. I don't know what they'd be looking for, though, in return. Someone's getting into my account and posting as me. No, because they're being annoying like how you normally are. Like that's not true. This is such a weird bit that you're doing. Guys like Burakovsky, Mikheyev, Murphy, or Dickinson. Look, I think Murphy and Dickinson very well will be traded at the deadline. I think, yeah. I don't think you trade Burakovsky because he has had good chemistry with Bedard throughout the year. He's not playing great right now, but the reality is he's third on the team in points, Like, you need someone scoring, you need someone producing, and he's done it this year. I also don't know if you're really gonna. I don't like. Respectfully, I'm gonna just pull up Andre Burakovsky's contract for you. The reason why the Blackhawks were able to get him for just trading shit Joe Veleno was not because they were equal value. It's because Andre Burakovsky's being paid $5.5 million. And I don't know if a contending team is going to think that the offensive production you're going to get from Andre Burakovsky on, say, your third line is going to warrant $5.5 million right now. And so it's like if you're going to eat half of his contract for another year, you might as well just keep the guy. So I don't think trading Andre Burakovsky really makes any sense, to be honest with you. Yeah, he's the highest paid player on the team. Him and Tyler Bertuzzi are both making $5.5 million. I don't think you're going to trade Andre Burakovsky. Because I don't think it makes sense for either side. Dude, you're getting timed out. You're being so weird tonight. Put user in timeout. You're being so weird tonight, bro. Do we get any free agents this offseason? No. I don't think you should get any free agents either. I think that you're getting a ton of talent added to your roster by way of the prospect pipeline over the next few months. I do not think that you should overpay for a free agent to take and it's more about roster spots. Like look, you've drafted high. You've drafted first round picks, like several of them. You've got so many first round picks, second round picks coming. You need roster spots. You need them to play. I don't want to bring in Artemi Panarin and overpay out the ass and give him a 4-year contract because that's what he's going to be looking for to play in your top six when you've got, Roman Kanserov, Nick Lardis, Oliver Moore, Anton Frendel, like all these guys that could be, and I'm not saying all these guys are top six players. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that a lot of these guys are going to be making pushes into your top six. That is going to be happening, Fucking SRM Scott. I timed him out for a little bit. He's being a fucking weirdo. Is it a different fucking... I mean, he's getting... this account's... I don't know what's going on, but he's getting timed out, and I'm not apologizing for it. He's being a fucking weirdo. Get off my nuts, dude. You think they bring back Grzelcyk as a 7th D next year? He's been dependable. Maybe. I guess I wouldn't hate that, just to have as an option. But the thing is like, what are we hanging on to Kevin Korchinski for? If you're going to bring back Matt Grzelcyk, like what is Kevin Korchinski just going to play 5 years in the AHL? OMG, no on Panarin. I agree. Chicago's not the right place timeline-wise to go after Panarin. I agree. What bro said, he's just being fucking annoying. He's like, I don't know. He's like doing this bit that he's saying that he's like hacked. And he's saying that I don't know what I'm talking about because Joe Veleno's great. And that Andre Burke, like, he says that Joe Veleno's great, but Ryan Green is ass. And, like, I just don't want to deal with it. I just, like, don't want to use brain power, like, even explaining why that's the most fried thing in the world. Would be cool and all to bring Panarin. I don't want him with the way the team has been moving. I don't think Artemi Panarin, like, it just doesn't really make sense. Like, I want to see Anton Frundell on a line with Connor Bedard, not Artemi Panarin. You know? I think Korch is the guy they potentially move for another guy that needs a situation. So, like, I would love to see a move like that. Like, if you're gonna bring in an established player this year, do it by trade. Don't do like some free agent. Like, bring in a guy that's gonna be here for the future. You know, package some of these prospects. Like that, I would be all for. Don't. We're underway in the third year, but don't like overpay for a free agent. Is Frundell top line ready? He might not be at the start of the year. He'll probably start further down the lineup by game 15, 20. If you think Anton Frundell isn't going to be playing on the first line, you're out of your mind. You know, the season is so long, 82 games. Like, think about where Ryan Green was at the start of the year. And then, like, you know, like Ryan Green started as like a third, fourth line player. And then by game 7, he was a first line guy. And he has been this entire year, you know. Like, unless Frundell just gets here and he's just straight up not ready for, he gets here straight up not ready for the NHL, has to start in Rockford. Then maybe he makes his way to the NHL, like, you know, a month and a half into the season, and then he plays on the third line. But then even if that's his trajectory, even if that's his timeline, like by the midway point or like the second half of the year next year, if you think Anton Frundell is not playing in this top 6, you've lost the plot. Vlasic, just misses. Burt for Connor Geekie. I don't think they would take that. Not Morgan Geekie. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if Connor Geekie is like, I guess you get that size and that potential like power forward guy, but I don't know if he's going to be as good as his brother. Dickinson for Burt. Drop pass. Grizzlick. Oh, what a shot and better save by Korpisalo. Stretch for that. Glove save. You think Renzel's here for the long haul? Absolutely. Yeah, I think Sam Renzel's like, I mean, the way that guy can skate and with his size, like that's an obvious NHL defenseman. I don't know what his ceiling is. His ceiling's up in the air, but I think he's got a pretty high floor, you know? Like Kevin Korchinski can't skate like Sam Renzel can, you know? Oh, what a tip! And then Lardis couldn't poke it in. Man, Lardis has had a few like good opportunities in and around the net that he hasn't been able to get a stick on. Wouldn't you consider Frundell better overall center versus Betsy? No. Frundell's played his best hockey on the wing. No, I think Bedard is like already proving that he's a good centerman. Like Bedard's a center. Frundell's played his best hockey on the wing. Frundell's going to be a winger. There's literally no chance, like, especially after seeing Connor Bedard's development this year, there's literally not a chance in hell that guy is not your 1C. There's no chance you're putting anybody in this organization at the first line center position over Connor Bedard. He is one of the best players in the world already. He's 20 years old, 21 years old. No one's playing first line center over Connor Bedard. It's not happening. But, like, I see your point. Like, Frendell's, like, more prototypical center build. But, oh, Foligno! Oh, passes it back to Kaiser. It was never really had a shooting lane. Kaiser rubs a guy out. Uh-oh. Levshunov and Slaggert collide. Shot from the point from the Bruins gets blocked. Was that a broken stick or just fanned? Nice kick play from Slaggert there, trying to get that to Colton Dock. Didn't work out, but still nifty. Lardis snake bit tonight. Yeah, he has been tonight. He's kind of been unlucky not to score, to be honest with you. Why wouldn't Frendell be first line ready from the jump? Taves was 1C from game 1 as a 19-year-old. Yeah, I think he should be. I think he should be. And I think he will be. But you've seen weirder things than a coach, starting a guy further down the lineup at the start of the year. But, like, there's nothing to say he won't make his way on the first line 5 games into the year, if you guys haven't seen my my lineup video for next year of, like, what I want, go watch it. Frendell's on my first line. And I said I want Frendell on the first line game 1, night 1. Here's Grzelcyk. Oh, Grzelcyk wants to score against this team. Burakovsky to Green. Burakovsky passing it to an invisible player. Burakovsky just had the puck below the hash marks and just passed it back to Arvid Soderblom. Oh, turnover. Bertuzzi. Nice defensive play from Crevier. Gets it out of the zone. McDavid and McKinnon both have 82 points, and it's January. Yeah, they're nut jobs. I get really pissed when anybody suggests that, like, someone else is the second best player in the world instead of Nathan McKinnon. Nice back check from Mikheyev there. That would have been a good look for the Bruins had he not gotten a stick on that. Bad pass there from Crevier. Jeez. Dickinson intercepts the pass but can't get it out. Who on Frendell and Bedard wing? I had Burakovsky. Bedard, and Frendell as my first line. Could be Green. I wouldn't hate Green. Oh, no. Grade A look for the Bruins. Great save from Arvid Soderblom. Now Moore carries out. Gets it to Lardis. Kicks to the stick. Oh, was looking for Donato going to the net. Jeez. Oh, it was Levshunov. Big collision in the corner. Bees carry it out. And they go offside, so we get a stoppage of play. 13:23 left in the third period. Lardis Frendell would not play. They're both left shots that like to shoot the puck from the exact same area of the ice. They both like to play on the right side. Like Lardis, I don't know if Lardis can play left wing. You wouldn't have the same kind of threat because they're both left shots that play right side, and so Bedard would be like flying around the ozone, and he'd pick his head up, and Frendell and Lardis would both be set up from the right circle, just ready to fucking, just mirroring each other from the right circle like this. Lardis and Frendell will I would imagine, never be on the same line. And that's kind of the thing is like, when, I know I've seen people getting excited over Sasha Boivera because he just like fought someone and is probably not going to get to play the rest of the season in college because he fought a guy. Sasha Boivera likes to go to the exact same area as Frendell and Lardis, That's what's exciting about like Roman Kanserov is Kanserov attacks the left side of the ice a lot. You probably would prefer a veteran on the line with Bedard and Frendell. Andre Burakovsky. That's why, like, keep Berkey, He's not playing well right now. Demote him, but don't trade him, Going back to Korch, I'd like to see Korchinski for sale. Trade with Seattle. Shala. He's a big lefty winger from Czechia who's all right. This has been a chaotic night for Levshunov. Several smooth rushes single-handedly leading to a breakout. Several atrocious turnovers in D-zone. It's every Artem Levshunov game. But yes, I mean, that third goal was a really bad play. But then, yeah, he's gotten on the puck and done some really exciting things. That's the Artie experience for us. That's the Artie we all know and love. Kind of wish we got Celebrini. I mean, who doesn't wish we got Celebrini? Like, what? Who in their right mind would not want Macklin Celebrini? Like, if you had Bedard, Celebrini, 1-2, like, just give us 3 Stanley Cups now, Just give them now, just, like, ahead of time. Loan them out to us. Sale is basically Lucas Reichel. Charging on Levshunov. That's kind of a stupid penalty. Did he leave his feet? What the fuck is that? Fucking Artie, dude. Oh, Artie. Oh, what am I going to do with you? Yeah, and I wish Joe Sakic was on the 90s Blackhawks. Oh, he jumped. Yeah, that was fucking Artem Levshunov, man. What am I supposed to do with you? Go to timeout, Artie. Stop misbehaving. He's such a bonehead, man. He does the most smooth brain shit I've ever seen. Artie roller coaster is going to be the death of me. Yeah, this is a prime Artie performance. He's going to, for a fact he's going to assist on the game-tying goal, though. And we're all going to forget about it. He's going to have a secondary assist on the game. Oh, no. Nice. Broken twig for the Bees. That was going to be a really good opportunity on the 1-2 there. Green's going to be able to get it out for free. Sends it the length. Minute left on the kill for the Hawks for the Artem Levshunov charging penalty. Man, you can't make that shit up with 55. I don't know if there's any sock. Oh, no. Good save by Soderblom, unless he just missed the net there. I don't know if there's any soccer fans in chat, but Artem Levshunov is like the same guy as Mario Balotelli. Oh, and a shot from the point goes in. Bruins up 4-2. That hurts, man. Fucking Artem Levshunov. Damn. Did Soderblom not see that? Like, I don't think Crevier really screened him there. I feel like he saw that shot, no? Blash needs to spray Artie with water like a cat. Is Levshinov a -4? Well, no, he's just... No. No, right? No, he's a -1. He's just in the box. Davidson's the worst GM ever. You can't make this shit up, man. Here they come. Here come the robots. Here come the brain-dead, smooth brain robots. Nice move from Oliver Moore. Dumps it in. Don't get minus when you're shorthanded. Good hit by Grizzlick. Trapping Steves in the corner. Murphy to Lardis. Nice move from Lardis. Passes it behind Moore, though. Donato makes a cut. Falls. Ryan Donato's always falling over. Him and Bertuzzi just cannot stay on their skates, and it's frustrating to watch. Somebody impersonated my account and was posting bullshit. Well, I obviously didn't just ban... Oh my gosh, Bruins scored again. Jesus, from bad to worse. Bro, you were saying stupid shit all night, dude. You were saying stupid shit all night. Wow, Pasternak is so fucking good. Kind of just worked Crevier there. Jeez. Pasternak is fucking disgusting. That is nasty work, what he just did. Yeah, pretty brutal losing with the alums in the cut, huh? Ended up being a pretty poor performance overall, I'd say. Oh! Here comes the Bruins again. Pasta, another good pass. Zadinov wasn't ready to handle that one. Chose a bad time to catch up with live. It's all right. No time like the present. It's not like there was any other parts of the game that were like awesome, I guess, besides the end of the first period. The end of the first period was pretty nice. Levshinov is basically Luke Hughes. Levshinov has played a fourth of the games that Luke Hughes has this far into his NHL career. A third of the games. I think it's a little too early to be making judgment calls on Artie, but tonight was a howler from him. Tonight was not good from him. Has Bedard been slower since coming back? I don't know if he's been slower. I think you guys are overreacting to the quiet Bedard game tonight. I think he was Did you guys watch the Calgary game? I know I didn't stream. Connor Bedard was really good against Calgary. He's like very unlucky not to score. He had a ton of shots on net. And then he had two like unbelievable passing plays that should have been tap-ins, but then weren't goals. Like he should have had 2 assists. He could have easily had 3 points against Calgary. I don't know what you guys like. I think the Bedard stuff is a little. I think it's a bit of an overreaction, if I'm being honest with you guys. Oh my gosh, Lardis again. Oh, what a nightmare. It has just not been Nick Lardis' night. He has had some really great opportunities around the crease that he has not been able to put home. This line created a lot tonight, but like you need production, you know? Nick Lardis, the new Ryan Green. You guys everyone just needs someone to just like berate. The fan base needs someone to like shit on. Is he the new Ryan Green? He's just snake bit tonight. Berkey hasn't been that great the last couple weeks. I mean, I agree. I called for him to be taken off this line. I'm going to make a video about that maybe tomorrow or something. But the thing is my solution was to put Nick Lardis on Connor Bedard's line, but Nick Lardis has not been able to put the puck in the back of the net tonight. You know? Bedard was explosive against Calgary. I agree, Lebowski. I thought Bedard was fantastic against Calgary. So I'm not sure what we're talking about. Bedard like not looking good, coming back from injury. Like he had that great game against the Predators too. Like I think he was just unnoticeable tonight. He just wasn't on the puck as much as we're used to seeing him. I think overall the Bruins defended pretty well tonight. We might not even get 20 shots on goal this game, you know? Hawks have the net empty with 5 minutes left. Here's Bedard. Grzelcyk to Burakovsky. Levshinov shoots. Puck still free. Green tries to jam it. Korpisalo makes the save. Bruins gonna send it the length. Nope. Gets blocked. Artie takes it back. Hands it to Burakovsky. Burakovsky over to Bertuzzi. Burakovsky's not good like in tight areas, I don't think. Like here's Bedard, nice back pass. Grzelcyk to Bedard. Toe drag, what a move. Still has the puck. Gets it back door. Oh no, and I think it went off Green's stick. I think Green tipped that. It was going to go straight for Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi just flings one towards the net. Donato joins. Passes it to Crevier. Crevier is going to let a bomb. Oh, second chance goes wide. Here's Bedard. Tight angle. Korpisalo has the front door closed. Burakovsky throws it back to Crevier. Now to 98. Here's Bedard shooting. Ooh. I think Korpisalo got a tip on that. Goes out of play. Call timeout here. Oh, we get a commercial break. I love it. I love it. You're down 3. You got the alumni in the house. Go for it. Don't just lay down and die. You know, pull the goalie. Like, go for it. Why not? What's one more goal? What's an empty net goal? What does that do? You know, who cares? Pull the goalie 5 minutes out. Hopefully Keith is getting his kid on. I want to see Doc in front of the net on power play like Big Buff. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know why you would ever want somebody not named Tyler Bertuzzi net front on power play 1. I would not want, maybe on power play 2, which I think he does. I think Colton Dock does play net front on power play 2, but there's no way you're taking Tyler Bertuzzi off, Like, Colton Dock is not going to be nearly as good as Tyler Bertuzzi around the net. Not even close. Tyler Bertuzzi is literally a multi-millionaire because of what he does in front of the net, Jammer better than Siebes. Just run the football. Just get pucks in deep, man. You don't have to get too cute with the takes. Jammer was a great defensive defenseman, but come on. Brent Seabrook scored some of the biggest overtime goals in Blackhawks history. You just run the football, man. You don't have to get too cute. Send Stahlberg out there right now, to do some cardio and skate really fast? Put him on the line with Ilya Mikheyev. See who covers more distance with less effective offensive plays. Missing Turbo and Nazar hurting bigly. I mean, yeah. I don't know if that was the issue tonight. I think they just were not good tonight. I think lines need to get mixed up. I think that the more Donato Lardis line created a lot of offense tonight, but weren't able to score. And outside of that, I don't think any other line was consistently good at all tonight. I think you need to change a piece on that first line. I think that piece should be Andre Burakovsky. I think you put Lardis or Bertuzzi up on that first line. But yeah, for God's sake, just put Bertuzzi on a line with Green and Bedard. You got to mix something up because it's like they've lost now 3 games in a row. And they haven't been particularly fun games to watch either. So mix it the fuck up. I don't want to see the same line combos over under making the playoffs. I'm going to say that I still think they can do it. Why would I not? Oh, nice. Come on. Damn. Good save, Korpisalo. Green had a really good chance there. I still think they can make the playoffs. They got to go on a run, though, obviously. But they're only 6 points out, man. It's so much can happen. People just, overreact to very few game stretches. There's still so much season left. The St. Louis Blues were down and out last year and then went on a miracle run and almost made it to the second round of the playoffs. They were one of the worst teams in the league and then won 13 straight. You never know what's going to happen. I think Bedard could get hot and you could have, Spencer Knight get hot and you could just rattle off 6 games in a row just off the back of those two, So I don't know. I'm not tweaking. It was bad tonight though. It was a bad game tonight from everyone. The defense was not great. And the forward group just feels a little stale right now. I really do think that you got to mix some guys up a little bit. Goal Caulfield comes through again. Goal Caulfield. What'd he do? I'm not watching the Habs right now. He won it in overtime. So play Monday against the Jets. Man, this was a stinker. I wanted to make a post game tonight, but I'm like the post game will get 300 views. It's just like this is. I wouldn't even watch a post game after this. You know. Genuinely making a post game video tonight would be a waste of my time. I think I'll probably try to put out a video tomorrow talking about the line combos as opposed to like a post game video. Or maybe I could put it out tonight or record it tonight and put it out tomorrow morning. Bedsy, 3 goals in the last 3 minutes. Absolute cinema incoming. Well, he's got a minute and a half to work with. Sodi, I'm so sorry. Sodi started the game really well. But I think he's let in a couple of goals that weren't great. Like that power play goal from the point, I don't think he had his eyes taken away. I think he just missed it with the glove. Do a pregame and pretend like we haven't played yet. It sucks that the Hawks had this kind of game when the Hawks legend's in the building. Yeah, that does really stink. That does really stink, of course. It feels bad. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I was pumped for this one. I really thought they were going to win tonight. I haven't been betting on them to win games very often, but I bet on them to win tonight. I really thought they were going to have a bounce-back performance. You got to mix the lines up after this. After a very winnable game. Like, you were up 2-0, you know. Yeah, I know the Bruins have played pretty good hockey this year, but winnable game, like, at home. And then same thing 2 nights ago against Calgary. Like, super winnable game, and you didn't. Like, you got to mix things up. Feels embarrassing. Yeah, but I watched Blackhawks, 2024 hockey. Like, I know what embarrassing hockey is. I wouldn't use the term embarrassed. I know you're not necessarily either. You're just saying doing it in front of the legends in the house feels embarrassing, but dude, yeah, Andy, when you first joined, I said, how about United? That was awesome. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch the game live, but I watched the highlights. It was absolute limbs in the Stratford end. Good for Michael Carrick. All right, 5 seconds left. Thinks Renzel gets called back up soon. No, I don't. Maybe after you trade Connor Murphy, he will. I think he's going to stay in Rockford until you trade Connor Murphy. Well, there you have it. Blackhawks lose 5-2 to the Boston Bruins at home with the legends from the 2010, 2013, 2015 Cup teams in the house. Pretty brutal performances outside of like a brief window in the second period where they scored a couple goals and looked pretty convincing. I think as a whole, every single forward line looked bad throughout the night except for the Lardis, Oliver, Moore, Donato line, who weren't able to score despite having a bunch of really good chances. I think defensively, we weren't great tonight. Made a bunch of poor decisions. Artem Levshinov took a penalty that led to a goal. He also pinched and did not make a play along the boards that led to the third Bruins goal. Crevier got danced on by David Pasternak. Yeah, just like not really great enough in our own end. Didn't have enough offensive zone time to really ever put the Boston Bruins on their heels at any point. Arvid Soderblom started the game really hot, had a couple that he'd probably want back, though. Look, not really a good, not a ton of bright spots in this game. It's kind of like just a bitter loss that kind of sucks. But I don't think there's any reason to overreact. I think since Bedard's gotten back into the lineup, and the same thing's going to happen. Frank Nazar's going to come back into the lineup in 2 games. He's not on Monday, but I think the next game after that is on Thursday. Whatever the next game is after the game on Monday, Frank Nazar is going to be back in the lineup, and it might take a couple games to find out what your line combos are. It'll also be interesting to see what happens once Frank Nazar does get back in the lineup, who draws out of the lineup. I do think you're missing Teuvo Teravainen just because of how good he played with Moore and Lardis. But I don't know. I think you got to shake up the line combos. You got to figure out what works and what doesn't. Right now, that first line, Burakovsky, is not working. I would put Tyler Bertuzzi or Nick Lardis on that line. I'm going to make a video more I don't know, expanding on that point a little bit more. Donato and Berkey need to take a few games in the presser. Yeah, look, I don't think Donato was great. I think most of the offense that came from that line was more coming from Oliver Moore, who I guess did look good tonight. Oliver Moore looked good. Ryan Green looked good tonight, but you're probably not going to win a ton of hockey games if Oliver Moore and Ryan Green are your best players, So, yeah. No, I'm not going to do a postgame. I'm not going to do a postgame tonight, but I will. I'll make a video either tonight or tomorrow about kind of the line combos and what's going on with this group right now. But I would send Lardis down. I think Lardis has looked. I think Lardis has looked really good. I think he's looked good with Oliver Moore. I don't know if that would be my solution. I would like to see Nick Lardis on a line with Connor Bedard, maybe not necessarily sent down, but. I appreciate you guys. I'll be streaming the game Monday. I'll be back Monday for a stream, and then I'll have a video out in between. Bears game tomorrow. Bears Rams. Bear the fuck down. 5:30 start. Make sure you guys are rooting on the Bears. And I think that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys. I will talk to you later. Have a good night.